Unless she looks like she lives in a swamp, why are you hanging out with her?
Oh shit. It's Thought Shit. Hi guys, welcome to Thought Shit. I'm Carson.
And I'm Kiara.
And on this podcast we talk about crazy story times, hot takes, and we give you advice that you probably don't want to hear. But you need to. So this is our second episode of season 2. And what are we talking about, Kiara?
Hot takes. Hot takes. Whoop. Meow, 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 meow.
I
Meow, 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 meow.
Perfect. So I guess these are all, they're a little different, but they're all kind of in the theme. You guys know we love talking about dating and relationships. And boys. Yeah. That's all girls do. So, should we just like kind of get into it?
Yeah, we can just hop into it. Right off the bat.
Sure.
Hot take. Men should not pee sitting down unless the two criteria are present. One, they have morning wood. So I've heard they've allegedly, unless they're lying, they have to sit down for that sometimes. Or two, they're in prison. Because I guess they have to pee sitting down. Allegedly, so I've heard.
Okay.
So my hot take is, if you do not meet those two criteria, why the are you peeing sitting down?
So, wow, Kiara, that's really hyper-specific. Why did you think about that?
Bro, one of the guys I was about to start dating, like literally, I think we were, it was like almost 3 months. Oh my God, wow.
Yeah. We're on Cinco de Mayo.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yes, you're
Anyways.
correct. You're correct. Yes. May of 2024.
Woo!
No, this was basically supposed to be my next boyfriend. I know I've mentioned this in snippets in various episodes, but very long story short, Mans was at my place. I hate this story. It's so funny, but I hate it.
I love it.
Mans is at my place. I don't know how it got brought up, but Ice Spice got brought up. Like, I think it was playing.
This was the era in, like, social media where the Ice Spice pose was, like, trending.
You know the bend and snap coochie grab from behind.
Right. If you don't know, look it up.
Go look it up. You know exactly what. A little coochie grab, bend and snap. So I'm hanging out with this man, and somehow Ice Spice got brought up.
Sorry. Keep going.
And he really, with all his might and with all the fierceness he could have collected, he hit the Ice Spice. And I need you to visualize that. A grown man who's a gym rat hits the Ice Spice unprompted, but it's not even just that he hit the Ice Spice. He hit that shit like he was meant to. He hit that shit
with a purpose.
Like a fucking drag queen, bro. Like, I couldn't even do it that well. That's why I was so shook. Like,
and honestly, respect.
No, when I seen it, I literally went, in my head, I was like, yes, queen. That is not what you should ever think. Personally, looking at your man to be. That should not ever be my thought process. So, that's issue number 1. And then I'm standing there dumbfounded. Swear to God, I'm just numb in place. He then goes, oh, I'm gonna go pee. Goes to pee in my bathroom. I'm still just like frozen. Yeah, like what the f***? Where am I? I round the corner to my bathroom and I see that the door's cracked open. And I see that he's sitting down. So I said like, oh shit, my bad. Like, cause I'm seeing him sitting on the toilet. And he was like, oh no, it's good. I'm just peeing.
All right. So when guys pee sitting down, don't they have to, like, hold it down?
That's my other thing. If you're a grower, well, I have many a question. What if it's so large? Is it not in the water? I know he didn't have that problem.
Stop.
But
I don't think that's a thing.
No, because I saw another podcast talk about it, and one of the guys, Black, said he can't just sit there peeing sitting down because the tip of his penis would touch the bowl water. large and in charge, apparently.
Oh my god.
I think majority of men do not have that issue. But your question, I think, yeah. They'd have to, like, point it down.
It's weird.
So then it's gross, too, because I know most men don't wash their hands after peeing. So I'm like, so you're touching your wiener and then coming and touching my face?
But when they're peeing standing up.
Yeah, and it's just gross. I'm talking shit about all men right now.
I know.
Because, ew.
That's really gross.
And then you're touching my face, telling me how beautiful I am.
Stop.
That's why I'm breaking out, bro.
Stop.
From your nuts to my face. Like, I don't ever get chin acne single, bro.
Stop.
Like, he's literally...
Oh my god, don't make me think about... You know what I'm thinking about, do you?
Which one?
An exchange of germs.
Dick cheese?
No, but that was also gross. The nail.
Oh, Lord. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
Should we tell it real quick? Because I told we're going to divert. We don't have to tell it in this episode.
Very, very long story short, my first boyfriend gave me the gnarliest, like, UTI yeast infection situation you could have ever imagined. And you want to know how? Because I'll tell you. He trimmed all... I cannot make this shit up. He trimmed all of his nails except one. So he trimmed 9 nails. Left one sharp. That was the one he was fingering me with the most. He literally, like, tore up the inside of my pussy, bro. Because it was bleeding after, and I was sore. And then I had to literally go to urgent care because it gave me a yeast infection. And the guy, literally, the doctor told me, like, I ended up telling him what happened because I was like, yeah, my boyfriend, like,
didn't... I didn't know that.
Yes, I was like, because what the is going on in there? It hurts.
What did the doctor say?
He told me, like, I'll be fine, but he was like, yeah, it's, like, really swollen internally. Ew. And that it looked like I had a cut in there, like I had an abrasion. Ew. Yeah. Yeah, oh, I wanted to call him out by name. I had to fight it right now. My first boyfriend, who I also would have to tell to wash his hands after taking a shit.
Yeah, he was gross.
Yeah, he also low-key had a dick cheese problem. Uncircumcised people, man.
Learn how to wash it.
They don't know. Like, I don't even have a penis, and I know you should pull it back to wash it. I hate being the smartest person in the world.
Okay, next one.
I digress. But so, next.
Oh, but we didn't even answer. Do you think men should be sitting
down
or not?
No.
I think it's just really not necessary.
For what? Unless you're taking a shit.
Right.
That's not a man thing to do, and I will not tolerate it. I really won't. I really won't.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Are you peeing, sitting down, and dabbing the tip of your penis with toilet paper?
I don't think guys do that. I think guys, like, shake, right? Right?
I just feel like you shouldn't be sitting on a toilet if you're not wiping. Because sitting on a toilet comes with the action of wiping. And what's the point of sitting? What's the point? You're that f***ing lazy?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's more work for a guy to pee sitting down than it is standing up.
Like, your ass cheeks never needed to touch the toilet seat. For what? Why did I have to see a man peeing sitting down?
Post Ice Spice hit. Like, that is wild. But
it's funny. When that was supposed to be my next man. Like, that man was supposed to be my boyfriend. That's what changed everything.
No, I know, because after that, remember, you were like, oh my god, he's probably going to ask me to be his girlfriend. Like, I need to avoid it.
I know, and he started asking me, and I stopped him.
That was the definition of getting the ick.
Yeah. Speaking of getting the ick, perfect transition into, how do I word this exactly? Hot take. Clingy men It's just a no.
But there are levels.
I was going to say, I think there's levels, but ultimately, no. No. No.
Right.
Levels, can you give me an example?
I feel like, I don't know. There's what men usually do, which is the bare minimum. And then there's level 1 clinginess, where it's like, oh, he actually responds to me. Because, like, he's somewhat emotionally invested.
Yes.
Then there's level 2, which is like, wow, like, he responds really fast. Like, I wonder what else he's doing with his day. Then there's a third level of clinginess, which is like, he likes me way more than I like him.
Which is like okay. I think the man should always like the woman more. But when you start to feel a little,
he's like really into this.
Then
and then there's level 4.
Yeah.
Blowing up your shit, borderline stalker. Which is like, this guy is on my ass, and it's not cute.
Yeah, then there's like level 100.
I'm comfortable with a level 1 or 2.
I'd say in between a 2 and a 3, because a 3 is when you start to get.
That's when you're like, yeah.
Like, ew, it's kind of gross because it seems like you don't have anything else going on in your life. But then 2's a little too nonchalant because then I'll feel the urge to probably chase a little bit, which I don't want to do. So I say a solid 2.5. Maybe.
Okay.
A 2 to 2.5.
I agree with that. Okay.
But yes. With my last micro relationship.
Can you define micro relationship for everyone? What does that mean to you?
Like, it was a relationship, but for like a month and 2 weeks approximately. Still figuring that one out. We're in the past right now.
Cool.
Like, not even a full 2 months. And I don't know, like, I'm just calling it, like, a micro relationship because I just didn't consider it, like, a full-blown relationship. Like, it was an exclusive relationship, but, like...
It just didn't feel like boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because micro relationship, we went from being friends to this. So I feel like we were just, like, always supposed to be friends.
How do you feel about, like, friends to lovers dynamics?
Now? No. Hot take. I think being friends to lovers is gross.
Yeah.
Because now that I've done it, going from the dynamic.
It's a weird transition.
Yes. And if you're not super into that person like that, it's never going to work because I continued to just see this person in more of the friend light I had always seen him. Because how the do you go from being like coworkers and bros, like I work at a
to then like romantic,
like weird. I'm talking like one of the dudes for the past like 4 to 5 months and saying like raunchy ass shit to trying to be like lovey-dovey,
like cutesy.
That's gross.
I feel like my only relationship that was semi friends to lovers was in high school. So we weren't even really close friends. We just went to a small school.
Yeah.
So like, we knew who each other were, and I was friends with his sister. But it was the type of I don't know, like...
I think it would be different if, like, just in general, regardless if it was high school or, like, now. I think it would be different if, like, okay, let's say you guys have been friends for, like, few months, whatever the time frame is. But there's always been, like...
Tension.
If there's always been tension... That's different because that means you guys have always been romantically or like physically, sexually
like
interested.
Attracted. Yeah, that's
versus
true.
with my micro relationship, it wasn't that. I never saw him like that once.
It was one-sided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had to like try and see him in that light, and I was like, fuck. I don't think.
Yeah.
Like, good on paper, and then in practice.
Yeah, the good on paper guy. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Paper.
I heard about that in a podcast. Like, the good on paper guy. Yeah. Where it's like, he's perfect on paper, but you're just like, eh. Like, you don't feel it.
Yeah, it's like, so that's a micro relationship and all that jazz. But yeah, with being clingy, like, Mr. Micro relationship, Mr. Paper.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Paper.
Yeah, Mr. Paper.
Oh my God, Flat Stanley. Because we call him Stanley.
Yeah!
He's Flat Stanley, actually.
Yes. I love. No, so with him, with micro relationship, it's like, okay, if I'm already seeing you, like, if not literally every day, but almost every day, you're a level 100 clinger to be like, oh, I miss you. Like, oh, when can I see you next? I just saw you for like 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Or, I don't know, we had our locations shared.
Mm-hmm.
Another hot take later
Guys,
on.
I did that once, but not doing it again.
Yeah, but no, had our location shared, and I shut that shit off for like 15 minutes, because here's the gag. I'm exposing myself, I don't care. I wanted to go to Denny's alone. I wanted to eat my Grand Slam alone.
You want to go to Denny's alone? You're on FaceTime with me.
Yeah, Carson doesn't count. No, but it's like, I want to go to Denny's alone. I want to eat alone. I want to do my thing alone. I'm an independent woman. Let me live.
Right.
So I shut off my location, because if he saw that I was at Denny's, then he would be butthurt that I was at Denny's by myself.
Which is also gross, which I feel like is a part of the, like, clingy guy.
Yes.
I don't have to be with you all the time.
Yes.
I really don't.
Like, fuck.
Yeah. So if someone gave me a hard time about that, I'd be like, actually, like, off. Because that's so annoying.
And, like, he sees my location is off for 15 minutes. I'm already getting a call. Get this.
What?
I didn't respond to him, you know, the night, because I had to FaceTime you about it.
Yeah.
Mind you, I worked with a micro relationship. Different departments, like all that. But I would see him at work, which is why I say 40 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
I had last seen him at like 5:36 p.m. He was blowing my shit up by like 7.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't communicating with him. No, he literally called me like 15 times. I'll put the receipts in. Literally called me like 15 times. Had a plethora of texts. He even started DMing me. Like, can we just have a conversation? Because my location was off / I was not responding for like 2 hours. But then he tells me later, like, it had nothing to do with my location. He didn't even see that it was off or anything, blah, 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 blah.
Sure.
No, it was.
Right.
Because why else are you freaking out? No, he called me. Let me literally.
He was, like, in disarray.
No, like a full crash out. When was that? Like
last week. Right? I mean, well, we're in the past. It was semi-recently.
Was it Tuesday? Yeah, was it Tuesday? Let me see. Oh, yeah, it was. 8 missed calls from... So, again, I last saw him at 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Get a missed call at 6:35. Missed call at 7:21. Missed call at 7:42. Missed call at 7:44. 7:49. 7:50. 7:55. And 7:55. Meanwhile, he's also texting me and also spam DMing me.
Right.
I had last seen him less than 2 hours prior.
Yeah. So when that would happen, like, does he want to talk about anything specific, or he just wants to talk to you?
He thought I was mad at him because I wasn't responding.
Okay.
So he spiraled because of it.
Okay. Yeah. When men crash out, it's scary.
It gave me the ick, and it's really ugly.
Yeah.
Like, I think only women should do that.
Right. Hot take. Men cannot crash out.
Hot take. Yes, a hot take. This is going to come off wrong. I don't care. Mr. Paper, Mr. Micro Relationship also gave me the ick. But please hear me out. Let me say it and then let me explain, because you're going to be like, you know what? Period.
All right, let's hear it.
Hot takes. Men should not have mental health issues. They should go get that shit fixed. Hear me out. Because let me tell you this shit. No, I know it sounds crazy, but hear me the out. Because I told Carson and she was like, you know what? And I was like, yeah, I know. I'm out. You know what I'm going to bring up.
I know what you're going to say, I think.
It's icky. Like, what do you mean you as a 30-year-old man come up to me and you're like, I don't know. I just got a random wave of anxiety. And I'm like, about what? I don't know. Ew.
Okay, can I divert for a second?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like...
Sorry.
I agree with you and I get what you're saying, but what's more unattractive to me, because obviously, like, if a man has anxiety or depression, yeah, that's a thing.
Also,
you know what I mean?
This is coming from someone with both.
Right.
No, so I'm being a hypocrite. But
there's one thing to be said about a guy who struggles with mental health issues, but then is not doing anything. Like, it has never been to a therapist.
Mr.
Things
Micro
like that.
Relationship has never been to a therapist.
If you know you have something going on.
Yes.
And then you're, like, choosing to not try and address it to take care of yourself, that's gross to me.
Yes, I agree.
You know what I mean?
No, I agree. Sorry.
So it's like, like for this guy, like, he knows he has a lot of issues.
He knows he has chronic anxiety and, like, major trust issues.
He knows stems from trauma. Like, he knows
like,
that for a fact.
Yes, he knows for a fact.
And trauma is something that can be addressed very easily through therapy.
And that said, trauma happened like 6 to 7 years ago, and he still has not been to a therapist.
So it's like,
so that grosses me out.
Yeah.
No, because here's the thing. I'm pretty sure what happened was at work, because like I said, I'm a manager at a gym. I have to talk to men. Right. I can't just ignore I have to be nice. And this one guy, I literally just asked him, because I'm normally busy and not super, super talkative. Like, I try to... Because people will really...
With him or just
all of them.
Okay.
Because they'll really try and sit there and talk to me for like 45 minutes. And I'm like, Chief, do you know I'm on the clock?
Yeah.
I got shit to do. I meal premium at 1:30. I got 29 minutes. Like, I got shit to do. But this one guy, I was like, oh, I felt bad because I realized I was like, I never talk to him because I just don't give a So I just asked him about like his workout routine, blah, blah, blah. They love that shit.
Right.
We were talking for like 5 minutes. It was just friendly, but I could tell like, if I was down, he would 1,000% be down type shit.
Yeah.
Because guys will not, I've learned, men will not.
Also 90% of guys.
Yes. Men will never just sit there and entertain a conversation with a woman who they do not think is attractive. They won't. He still had a workout to finish, and he sat there talking to me for 5 minutes. He would have gone on, but I shut it down. Mm-hmm. Okay? So leave it with that. Like, I can tell he's somewhat interested, but isn't going to do anything because, like, he works out there. Mr. Micro Relationship sees that. Also, this is also my fault because stop dating coworkers, Kiara. Hot take. You should never date a fucking coworker. I've done it twice. You live and you learn. I'm sorry. It's convenient.
I've never dated a coworker.
Don't ever do
I've
it.
Only heard
Don't
bad
ever
things.
do it. Don't. Never again. I need to be single for like 4 more years. Like, I literally never again. But no, Mr. Micro Relationship sees that. And I thought all was fine and dandy because I was like, oh, he didn't react at all. Like, I thought he was going to make like a, oh, that's your boyfriend joke or something. Mm-hmm. But like, not even 5 minutes later, he starts talking about how like he just like got really bad anxiety and he doesn't know why. And in my head, I was like, it's because I was talking to the fucking guy. And it wasn't even like that. No, trust me. He's never had that happen.
Yeah.
And but he's also never watched me just like talk to a guy, I guess, really before. Yeah. So like, I'm 1,000% sure it was related because he was like, I don't know. I just got like stressed out and have anxiety all of a sudden. And he's like, I'll be okay. And I'm like, ew.
The way you just did that icked me the out.
Because it's like, you're a grown man. That just...
I'll be okay. I didn't
Like, I'll be okay, baby. Okay. Can you get your shit together? How about that?
Right. You're 30.
Or like he would always ask like, oh, like, what are you doing after work? Mind you, I've already like worked out with him before work.
Yeah.
We aren't literally working together 8:30 to 5:30. Again, different departments, but it's like I'm seeing you all day.
You see them. If you see someone every single day, like when married people work together.
Yeah.
You are with that person 24/7.
Yeah.
Some people can do that. I feel like you can't do that, and I cannot do that.
I've learned I can't. I used to be like, that type of bitch, not anymore.
I like having the separation, like, when I marry someone or whatever, having completely different careers.
Well, and then also, like, being able to miss them.
Right.
This is another thing.
Yeah.
I'll see this guy for 40 hours a week, and then he'd go, oh my gosh, like, I miss you so much. I don't! Oh my God! Oh my God! I just saw you 8:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
And now it's Friday night and you miss me. There's no way. Because then I've also had to ask him in the past, like, do you genuinely like me? Because this seems unhealthy. I'm like, I think he was attached to, like, the idea of me. Because there's no way you can just be that fucking into me.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot. Like, you should not want to be around anyone 24/7. And the fact that you do, that makes me feel like it's, like, infatuation, not, like, real.
Like genuine.
Yeah, there's no way. It just feels obsessive.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Right. Okay, next one.
Hot takes, men should pay for everything. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah, there's not a lot to be said about that.
Pretty much. Like, if I'm your woman, at some point, I would like you to pay for my hair, my nails, my lashes. You want me to look a certain way pretty, then pay for it.
That's something. If a guy specifically requests something,
oh, hell yeah,
then
you're
they
paying.
are funding it. Like, sure, I'll do it, but I'm not paying for it.
No, like, I've had exes, like, oh, they want my toes done? Okay, you paid for it then.
Sorry. Okay.
The little dogs.
Ew, stop. Stop.
But, yeah, no, I 1,000% agree. Or, like, if you want it bald, if you want meow, like, and you want that shit bald, you're paying for it.
To get it waxed,
like, you're crazy. Because I'll just
true.
take a razor and just let that be bumpy.
For sure,
I don't give a f***. That's free.
Right.
But no, like, ideally, this is never gonna happen, but, like, a man to actually pay for my services in all regards.
I know, that would be amazing.
Hair, nails, lashes.
Because I feel like, I don't know, throughout history, men have been providers, right? So, now that men are all in their feelings.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, what do you bring to the table? Like, are you worth it?
When a man asks if I'm worth it, I already know he wasn't going to pay he wasn't going to pay anyway.
Because I need a guy to take me out and, like, just do it, like, no questions asked. We don't even have to talk about it. It's just, like, a given.
I need a man who his love language is gift giving. Like, a man who feels like a man because he's paying for that shit. Like, that is something that Micro Relationship did very well. Mm-hmm. But he was very clingy and, like, a lot. Like, so that just,
is it worth it? Yeah.
No ma'am. 'Twas not.
Right.
But no, definitely. And especially, like, if I'm going to be your fiance and all this shit, don't you want me to live a cushy life and be happy and be beautiful?
Yeah.
I'm at my most beautiful with toes, hands, Lashes did.
Hair did.
And yeah, not having roots go back to here. Like, if you want me to be on some housewife shit too, I'm like, yeah, you're gonna pay for all my shit. Are you f***ing crazy?
Yeah.
No, like, actually, men don't know the stamina it takes, not even trying to be raunchy or gross, but to ride on top, bro, that is quad strength. That's something else. Flat-footed, and you're not gonna pay for my beauty services? That's a crime.
Flat-footed is crazy.
I'm not doing that for free.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that for a man who does not pay my bills. There's no way.
Sure.
Why would I do that for a man who's not providing me anything?
Sure.
I'm just saying.
No, I agree. Absolutely.
I'm not putting my quads through that for someone who's not going to pay for my lashes.
Yeah.
Why would they deserve that? Are you worth it?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, when guys have, like, that princess mentality, that is so
like,
ugly
okay, baby
to
girl.
me.
Like, I hate that.
Literally, like, it is so ugly to me.
Like, they're going to hug me from behind while I pay.
I showed you that TikTok of the girl. It's like what it's like being out in 2025. She's like looking around as different clips of like embarrassing ass shit.
No, literally. Me going on that date with that personal trainer like a few months ago and he didn't even reach for his wallet. Do you remember that shit?
Yeah, I had to have a talk with you about that.
I picked him up and he didn't even reach for his wallet. Mans didn't have a car.
You picked him up for a first date?
Yeah. But then I guess it wasn't a first date. Like.
Well, yeah, it wasn't a date, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what happened. Yeah, it was weird. But yeah, I digress.
Okay.
But yeah, men should definitely pay for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, be a provider.
Right.
I obviously 50-50 where it's due, like on bills or whatever the
yeah, like once you're on that, but especially like the courting.
Yes, like pay for my shit.
I need to be courted.
Ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, please and thank you. And into that, the concept of 50-50. Well, suck my ass, first of all. Second of all, I think it really does depend on the context.
Yes.
But typically, no. But meaning like...
It depends. Like, I told you, like, if I'm on, like, a 6th date.
Yeah.
We're going to the movies. He bought the tickets. I'm like, oh, I'll get the popcorn.
I agree. But that's how it should always be. Like,
right.
Oh,
it's not 50-50, but, like, I'm contributing something.
Like, oh, you paid for dinner? Okay, I'll get us ice cream.
Right. It should be like that.
Yes.
Like, it's not a 50-50 split.
Like 30-70.
Like, you're contributing.
30-70 when I feel like it.
Sure.
Yeah, so not on a consistent...
every now and then when I'm
here and there.
feeling good.
Here and there.
Yeah.
I agree. This is so stupid. I wrote down hot takes. Women shouldn't have to do taxes. I agree. Because me as a woman, we brought this up. We were like, unless you want to, feminism, unless you really want to do your taxes, but I just feel like it's stupid and we're too beautiful to be doing shit like that. Like, doing math like that, especially you because you're dyslexic, it causes wrinkles. It ages us faster. That should just be a man. Someone pull a stat right now. Are most accountants not men? I would bet money that they're mostly men.
Well, yeah, but the female ones.
Okay, feminism, hoorah. But
no, okay, there's something that's like to be said about a woman who's in like her financial bag, right? Like, that's attractive.
Yeah.
But like,
but she shouldn't have to.
Right. No, and from like a provider mindset, I want you to do the things that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Yeah, that's why when
if I don't want to, it can't even be small things. Like, oh, I dropped something.
Oh, absolutely.
You should pick it up.
I turn into like, dude, in a relationship. Yeah, like just useless. Around, you've seen the memes where it's like by yourself, you can move an entire couch. And do all this. But as soon as a man's there, I'm like,
I can't do it.
I can't open the jar.
Literally, I can't do it.
I'm just a girl. Oh, car stop, go. Need oil.
So yeah, my taxes will be done by my father until other man wants to step in and do it. I'm not doing it.
I agree. I'm
not doing it.
I don't think I should have to use my brain power that way.
Right.
Oh, God.
What?
So this one, hot takes, is that it's about, like, situationships and talking stages. Mm-hmm. I think situationships are stupid. Hot take.
Yeah, I agree.
So just let's get that out there. Because what always ends up happening, it's person one likes person two more than person two likes person one. Person one also is most of the time, like, anxiously attached. Mm-hmm. And they want a relationship. But person two tends to be avoidant and or they just don't want to be in a relationship. So what person one does is push back their feelings even though they want to be with this person. Yeah. They're just in a weird situationship because they'd rather have them a little bit than not have them at all.
I mean, one person always catches feelings. One person always likes the other one more.
Always.
And usually when it's the guy who likes the girl more, it works out. But if it's the girl that likes the guy more, it doesn't work out.
Because it also goes with the saying, like, a guy can grow on a girl, but girls don't grow on guys.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, think about that. Truly. Like, as a woman, especially as someone whose personality is huge for me, but regardless, like, I feel like it's way more likely. I know it's more likely for a girl to catch feelings later on for a guy because he grew on her versus that does not happen with men. Yeah. They know from the jump if they want to you or not. If they don't, they're never going to be interested. They put women into two different piles because they're simple. Or no. No, literally. Like, they're very simple creatures when it comes to that.
Like, they're sexually attracted or they're not. Yeah, that's true.
So there's never like, first I wasn't attracted to her and now I like her. Yeah. Never.
She's really funny. Guys aren't like that.
They don't give a fuck if you're funny. They don't give if anything, they're intimidated.
If they think you're hot.
Yeah. But you can't just be funny. You can't grow on a man with funny. But an ugly man who's funny can definitely grow on a woman.
Yeah.
That's science, baby. But with that, I have like a little funny story kind of. We're gonna call this guy No Homo. This was a situationship I was so silly to be in.
We didn't know.
Broke niggas, what can I say?
Yeah.
No homo. God damn.
I'll get us started.
Yeah, thank you.
What I do when Kiara and I go out to the bars, I'm Miss Matchmaker because I like it.
Matchmaker.
I like the tea of it. So we were at this bar. First off, so fun. It was an Afrobeats club.
Yes.
In Hollywood. It was so fun.
Yes.
We were really the life of the party, having a great time. There was this guy, and I was like, I feel like Kiara will think he's cute. So I talked to you about it. I was like, do you think he's cute? And you're like, yeah. I was like, hey, boom. I'm going to go over there. So I went over. I say hi. They always initially think I'm flirting with them, but I'm like, no, my friend.
Yeah.
And so I made them meet with each other and then continue.
And then, we started, like, hooking up for, it was, like, 3 months or some shit. It was a few months.
Because I think we went in, like, early September.
Oh, yeah. So it was, like, 3 months. Like, 3 months, give or take. I mean, like, it was good. Like, good conversation. We got on well. Two things. Well, maybe 3. 1. I don't even know how to start with this one. With the, like, 1 meal a day shit. So this guy was a broke producer, musician. Red flag number 1.
Which, it goes into another hot take.
Yeah, another hot take. Like, dating.
Don't date artist men.
Yeah, they're broke, and they're not going to provide for shit. They only provide good dick. Swear to God. That's it. That's it.
All right. Yeah.
No.
I mean, I don't know. I've never dated an artist. but I don't want to. I have a brother who's an artist.
And I was going to make a comment. The same probably applies to him.
Yeah, I don't know. His relationships always seem a little interesting.
I'm just saying, when you are an artist, like, you're living... I feel
like you have to date another artist.
Because you're living not even paycheck to paycheck.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You're like...
Like, you're living on your own.
I imagine them being like little rats on the street of New York, just trying to scrape by.
No, what's funny about that is my brother and his girlfriend are both musicians.
So that makes sense.
No, it makes sense.
But otherwise, it's like...
Otherwise, it would, like... Yeah, like, an example. Sorry, my brother, getting into your business. You're not going to watch this anyway. But
exactly.
My brother had an ex-girlfriend. She was artsy, but she was an art history major.
Yeah, different.
So she was very, like, overachiever, super academically focused.
Yeah.
Like, very high achieving, like, career focused.
Yeah.
But still into, like, the arts. My brother's a musician. I'm not saying it's not a good career, but, like,
yeah.
In order for my brother to make it by in New York, he has, like, 4 different musician jobs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he only works between the hours of, like, 10 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Jesus.
So it's like, now he dates someone who's a singer. And they're, like, in a band together and blah, blah, blah. I really like her. It's not relevant. But anyways.
Yeah.
They both have a fucked up schedule. So it works.
Yeah.
If I dated someone who's a musician who works between 1 and 7 a.m., that's gross to me.
That's actually a good point, because with Mr. No Homo, which I'll explain later, he would have, like, he'd never know what his schedule was, so he could never plan anything. I'd only know, like, the day before.
Right.
And then he'd be working, like, 16-hour work days back to back. Then that means because of that, the next day he wouldn't be up till, like, 2 p.m.
Right, and that's just kind of, like, if you don't live like that,
that's icky.
then it's, like...
And then also, going off, like, the finances thing, it's like, you never know when your next paycheck is. Yeah. You should not be in a relationship then. As an almost 30-year-old man, when you're supposed to be the provider. Like,
but he didn't want to be in a relationship. He wanted to be in a situationship.
Yeah, this guy was pushing a situationship. Like, he wanted me to be his, but then he wanted us to be not even 50-50. Like, us pay for our own shit, period. Like...
Tell him the
2 things,
restaurant story.
Number 1, I realized this man, by choice, was eating once a day to save money. He did not explicitly state this, but I'm Nancy Drew, and I put the fucking pieces together. Because I stayed the night at his house one weekend. He has no food in his fridge, and he loves walking to Target. Like, that's like a daily or twice a day excursion he does, like, to get his steps in too, or whatever. So I'm confused, because he has, like, he doesn't eat breakfast and he won't eat lunch. And I'm over here thinking, like, okay, because all his food he buys is takeout. Like, you could save some money by buying some, like, pre-made breakfast sandwiches. Eat that in the morning. Some pre-made anything for lunch. But instead, waits all day, because I'm telling this all day, I'm like, I'm hungry, I'm hungover, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And he just keeps being like, okay, we'll eat soon. And then finally, when it's like 5 p.m., he literally admits to me, like, oh yeah, I was trying to hold off on us eating. Like, so we could eat, like, one big meal. But you want to talk shit on me because I said I wanted a $5 box from KFC, and you're like, oh, you eat that shit? Yes, bitch, I do, because I know how to spend my money, and I could have had 3 meals for the same price that you just spent on 1. And going into that, this is the same day. He tells me that he's gonna buy me dinner from an Italian place because I'm driving. I told him I'd drive. It was literally a 27-minute drive, and I'm hungover. I haven't eaten all day. I'm starving. He says he's going to pay. I repeat, he says he's going to pay. We get there. Again, 27 minutes of my gas one way. So it's really, 54 minutes of gas 2 ways? And that's before I even drive 30 minutes home.
Okay.
No gas money. We go in there, order our pasta, and he says something to me after looking at the menu, and he goes, oh, this is like $17. He was like, is that okay with you?
Why wouldn't it be? I'm not paying for it.
Ding, 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 ding. He had me pay for dinner. After it was his idea, because it was his craving. He had me drive, did not give me any gas money, and he said he was paying. I paid. That was the last date I went on with a nigga. I am not kidding. A producer nigga? You're out. Hell the no.
Oh my god.
She's laughing because she knows it's true. Never again. Never again. Are you out your mind?
When you told me that, I was like,
and he's 29. He's turning
crazy.
30.
That is wild. I would be so pissed.
I cannot believe you did that to me.
Yeah.
You said you were going to pay. I drove for you to get your craving because your car's busted, by the way. That's why he doesn't drive nowhere. It's just bum, 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 bum. I'm not ever dating anyone in the music industry again. Oh, you met Chris Brown? You have a picture with him? Do you have Chris Brown money? No!
Right.
Literally, the only thing that man provided was dick. And you know it's true.
No, I know.
Didn't pick me up once, didn't drive to me, or like picked me up once because he lives down the street.
He lives minutes away from me. It's
That's why.
Hilarious.
That's why. But
yeah. Oh my god.
he would say he was going to buy us a meal and then he'd get us like crackers from 7-Eleven. You remember this. He said he was going to get us pizza.
We were out. He told us he was going to get us Joe's
So we
pizza.
Ubered to him with our own money.
Because I wanted this pizza. He was like, line's too long. So he bought me Pringles.
From 7-Eleven.
I looked at him in the face. I said, this is not pizza. Drunk? I was like, this is not pizza.
He lied to us to get some punani.
Yeah. And tried to set me up with a fucking Italian.
Yeah, then tried to set her up with someone ugly. Couldn't believe it. Money, but ugly. That's a different Mr. Paper. He do got money. Right. But I can't stomach it. I can't. Because apparently he was interested in me, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's yucky.
Okay, what's the next one?
But the next one. I don't even think this is really a hot take. I just have to mention it, because the same guy we were just talking about, Mr. No Homo, Mr. I'm going to pay, and then he don't pay. He also told me that being gay is a condition.
Right.
Like it's a mental illness.
So you need to kind of walk through a little bit. It can be a shortened version, but the conversation that was had. Please.
I don't even know how it came up, really. Well, I think because he was kind of talking about how, like, being in LA now, because he's from the East Coast. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just, like, very liberal in LA, like, more gay people, whatever. And then he brought up how he was, like, saying, yeah, like, being gay is a condition. And I was like, what do you mean? It's over the phone. Like, what do you mean? And mind you, I was thinking about...
Oh, it's over the phone?
Uh-huh.
I thought this was in person.
It was over the phone, and I was thinking of... Oh, wait. There was a twofer. You're right. You're right. I forgot. This was twice. It happened twice. The first time, it was in person.
Yeah.
And I was so shook.
Right.
Like, I think we had, like, just hooked up, too. And I'm just, like, in his bed, like...
Yeah, like, what?
I'm like, what do you mean? And he was like, it's a condition. Like, men and women were put on this earth. He's very religious. I found that out, too. Which, hot take. If you're religious, stay the away from me. Like,
yeah, I couldn't date a
nah, if
guy.
I got a bitch in my face arguing with me about the existence of dinosaurs, you need to go. Because I be watching dinosaur documentaries up the wazoo on YouTube, bro. Okay. You're not about to tell me that dinosaurs is a conspiracy theory. What? What do you think fossil fuels are, bitch? Are you kidding? If evolution's real, then how are there monkeys today? How are there gorillas? Bitch, we're a different species. We looked similar to monkeys and gorillas at one point, but we are not the same species as a gorilla nor a monkey, which is how there are still gorillas and monkeys today. I had that argument when I was in middle school with a mother, someone in their 40s.
Yeah. I remember.
So like I said, stay away from me. I can be spiritual. I feel like there's something with the earth, karma, all that shit. Mm-hmm. But putting everything just like on a big man in the sky, a sky daddy, like I can't. I can't. Like, that makes me so mad.
Sky Daddy.
Yeah, Sky Daddy. But yeah, so I digress. He's basically saying, like, Sky Daddy put men on the earth to be providers, women on the earth to be mothers, nurturers. We can procreate with a man and a woman. So if you're gay, like, that's unnatural because you cannot procreate. That is why God put us on his green earth. Okay. I can genuinely see what he's trying to say. Like, it wasn't crazy when him saying, you know what, the procreation, I'm like, okay, you religious freak. You're right. But also, do we have to procreate? No, I just have many questions.
Right.
And also, he has a gay brother, which was wild to me. For him to be... And he kept saying it's a condition. Like, someone is not mentally right if they are gay. But I was over here telling him, because I get to some extent, like, I do feel like nowadays there's a lot of bullshit. Like, meaning, like, okay, people who have pronouns that are like, it's like Z and Zim, or like, no, it's spelled like Z-E and like Z-I or like Z-I-E. Like, not even just a they, them. Like, it's on some other shit. Shut the up. I think that is like, what are we doing? She, her, him, his, they, them. Why do we need... I'm genuinely confused. Like, it's just... Some people have gone off the rocker.
Okay.
Or, like, I've had a girl tell me I'm upholding the patriarchy because I wear skirts and not pants. Can I live? Like, I understand to that degree why people are like, oh, like, it's getting taken too far. But that's not even what he was talking about.
No, he was just saying the concept of being gay is, like, a condition. Because if I was on a date with a guy and he said that, I'd be like, all right, like, I'm going to go. Like,
I literally cried because I asked him, I was like, if we had a kid together and we had a son who came out as gay, like, what would you do? He said he would convince him to be straight.
Which is
that made me cry. Because I'm like, you're the type of dad that is going to have a dead son because you wouldn't accept him. And then he really had the audacity to ask me if I was gay because I had such a strong... Yeah, because I was emotional about it. And then we had a fight about it again over the phone.
Okay.
It was a twofer. And I think I also cried on that. And he asked me again if I was gay. Everyone wondering if I'm gay.
He's just a loser. He's a loser. He's a bum. Situationships are a no.
No, because it's like, at the end, what happens with the situationship, you are gaining nothing.
Right. And
always losing.
You're always losing.
You're always losing. Unless you're the one who likes the person less and, like, you're benefiting.
You're just kind of down for whatever. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a no. It's a no.
Right.
Next one. Hot take. Dating someone with kids is a no.
I just won't do it. Sorry.
Not even just at this age. I think in general. I don't want to deal with my own hypothetical kids. You want me to take care of some other bitches?
I feel like it's just always drama. Like, especially for a woman dating a man who has kids.
Yes, there's always going to be a baby mama. There's going to be some weird shit. Like, no.
Yeah.
And I think if you have a kid with someone...
You have, like, a deep bond.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like for the most part, you're always going to go back to that bitch. Just from what I'm not saying everyone.
You're always going to have a special place for them.
Especially when the kids are younger, which they would be because of our age and everything.
Right.
It's like, I'm not about to date a 30-year-old man with a 2-year-old.
Yes.
He just had a kid with, they were lovey-dovey 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Versus, like, maybe if we're older in life, but even then, it's like, it's just, I don't want to deal with kids.
I'm just not interested. Sorry.
Yeah. Preference. We kind of briefly brought this up earlier, but hot take, we should not share locations with our significant others on our phones.
I just don't think it's necessary. Yeah. I think from my experience,
yes,
it has only made me anxious.
Yes.
I don't need to know where you are all the time. If I trust you, I don't need to know where you are all the time.
I agree. and this is new for me because I used to be big on the location sharing, but that's also because I didn't trust my boyfriends because they were cheaters and I was always stalking them. And yes, it was an anxiety thing. It's like I was always looking at their shit.
Where are they?
Always. And now, granted, maybe now I am just a little bit too avoidant. I can tell that I am, like, after my last relationship, but I just don't give a I don't care where you are unless you tell, honestly, unless I, like, okay, because the last thing I had was the micro relationship, so it's like I was working with him, a little different, but let's say I was with someone who we did not work together, maybe I'm seeing them 3 times a week. If I know you're really, really busy at work and like da-da-da-da-da, and you kind of just hit me with like, hey, I'm going to be busy at work today, can't really text you, and then maybe later on you're just like, oh, I went to the gym today and I did this. That's more than enough.
Yeah.
Those 2 texts in the whole day. Just 2.
Yeah, it's fine.
A morning and a night. Because then if I don't hear from you for like 48 hours and we're dating, I'm
no,
like... No,
that shouldn't happen. I feel like if you're dating someone, you should hear from them like at least once a day.
That's what I'm saying. Like 2 is fine, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I think unless, like, I've only ever needed my quote unquote, like air quotes and needed my significant other's location in the past because I did not trust them because they gave me a reason to not trust them.
Yeah. And same with me.
Because I'd be like, are you really where you're saying you are?
And that was my issue too. Not really from a cheating perspective, but it's like, oh, like, are you actually going to do that thing you said you were going to do?
Yeah. And now it's like me being on the flip side with my last micro relationship. That man lived in my location.
He sure did. Which is like,
he said that he didn't, but he did. Like, I had to have a talk with him and have him, like, we had to unshare locations because he was watching my shit.
Yeah.
Like, when I would pull up to his house, okay, on one hand, I did think this was a little different, but also just coupling it up with everything else, it just is kind of gross. Like, he'd be watching my location on the way to his place. So, like, when I'd be pulling up, he was already walking out the door to greet me.
I don't like that.
See, like, it's a bit much.
That's, like, it's fine, but I don't like that.
I think it would be different if we were, like... Because when I was more medium distance with my first ex, because we were, like, 2 hours away, that was different because, like... we were, like, excited because we hadn't seen each other in, like, 2 fucking weeks or, like, a week.
If I saw you, like, 2 hours ago.
If I saw you that day.
Right.
I think it's better that you wait for my text to say that I'm here. Like, I haven't even parked and you're literally already walking up to my car.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't like being hovered over. Like, it gives me anxiety.
I feel the exact same way.
And he was a hoverer.
Yeah, I can't do a hover.
And it would literally, like, stress me out. Like, bitch, I was still gonna take my vitamins and take a sip of my water, and I can't even do that because you're just staring at me.
Yeah.
Give me time.
I don't like that.
So, yeah, locations for me is a no. I think I'd only want locations shared in the future if, like, literally if we were doing long distance or, like, oh, you're on a work trip. Yeah, give me your location because I'm scared that you're gonna, like, of safety shit. But still not even, like, oh, is he gonna do something? Like, no. Like, if you're gonna be in a different state, I would like to see your location just because you never know.
Right.
But that's, again, out of pure, like
safety.
Like, I'm not going to be sitting there looking.
Right.
Like, with my micro relationship, I did not look at his location once. He was looking at mine multiple times a day.
Yeah.
No.
Thank you. Yeah, and just know, like, it's kind of a hovering thing, like, knowing someone can see where you are all the time. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it anymore. What's the point? If you trust me, what's the point?
Right.
And if you don't, then we shouldn't be dating.
So there you go.
Exactly. Next, hot takes. Well, I guess we can phrase it based on how we feel about it. Friends of the opposite sex. My hot take is, I think 99% of the time, 95% of the time, you cannot be friends with the opposite sex if you guys are both heterosexual. Like, if you guys, if, like with me, all my friends, for the most part, are gay men. That doesn't count. I'm saying straight guys.
Here's what I think.
Yes.
I think...
Because I think both, but you
it's
go
an
first.
attraction thing.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
So...
Thank you.
You can be friends with a guy if he's like, yeah, I'm not attracted to her, and she's like, yeah, I'm not attracted to him.
Exactly.
It's like strictly platonic.
Yes.
Because I've had guy friends
yes.
where it's like, I literally feel nothing.
No, and
you
now,
I mean?
since me working at a gym, I've had that experience now, which I never
yeah,
had before.
Like but I feel like a situation that usually happens where it's not going to work out is a guy and girl are friends. The guy secretly likes the girl. And the girl is not interested in the guy. And then the guy like ends up confessing that he likes her. At always the most inconvenient time. Always. And the girl's like, but then it's planted in the girl's head. An attraction for women can grow.
Me with micro relationship. This is literally what happened.
But if it would be the other way around, like if you knew a guy was not into you, would you tell them you like them?
Fuck no.
So if it's the other way around, the girl's just never gonna say anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's true. Because you made the point where it's where the attraction lies.
Yeah.
If there's any attraction on, let's say there's attraction on both sides, but you're just friends, no, you guys are gonna fuck at one point.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me you're not?
No, they are, and then
I'm not wrong about that. And that's why I say, like, most of the time, guys and girls cannot just be friends, and even if they successfully are, I bet 9 out of 10 times one of them low-key likes the other.
Like, something has happened, or something will happen at
always.
Some point.
That's why if I hear a girl best friend thing, or like,
I will not date a guy who has a girl best friend.
Fuck no.
I'm not gonna date a guy
unless she's a lesbian. Get the fuck away from me. Because what do you need a female friend like that for? Unless she looks like she lives in a swamp, why are you hanging out with her? Because men see with their eyeballs. They really use their eyeballs. No. Men do not want to hang around women they are not attracted to. So if he has a girl best friend who's not a lesbian, run. Trust me. Yeah. Trust me.
Yeah.
There's no way. I can't.
How many more do we have left?
Got like 3.
Oh,
okay. We already went over artists. Oh, we got 2 left. Okay, so I wrote the note like being jealous of my male friends, but I work at a gym. So it's kind of similar to what we just talked about, but for me,
yeah, tell me more.
Hot take. If you're an insecure weenie, you cannot date a girl who works at a gym.
Or just in replace of that, you cannot date a girl that's more confident than you.
Ooh, yeah, two ways. You can't if you're an insecure man, you should not date. Yes, you shouldn't date a girl that's more confident than you. And then also, because I see memes all the time about dating gym girls because they're like, oh, they're whores, they're this, they're that. You sound like a weenie.
Right.
We work in a gym atmosphere where 80% of the people there are men. Mm-hmm. Would you like me to just...
Yeah.
I have to talk to them. And don't get me wrong, I do think there are some women in gyms that they really are just there to look pretty and flirt.
Right.
I don't have time for that. To each their own.
Well, yeah, if you, like, work there, that's different. Like, someone that just goes to the gym because they, like, are trying to find a guy.
Yeah, no, it's like, I work there, bro. How are you gonna get jealous over interactions I have on the clock when there's no intent coming from my side? If there's intent coming from their side, sexually, romantically, I can't control that. I am an attractive woman. Mm-hmm. But it's a good point that you make where it's like, if you're an insecure man, you're always going to bring down your confident girlfriend. That's always how it goes.
I hate
like, they want to put their confident girlfriend in a bag, their more attractive girlfriend, like, in a box because of how they feel.
Because I dated someone who's insecure before, and it's like you have too, but it's like they just try and nitpick and, like, bring you down and make you, like, question yourself. Or, like, bringing shit up from the past.
Yep.
Like, I know we've both experienced that. Where it's like, how are you going to hold shit over my head that has nothing to do with you because you're insecure about it? I hate that.
I know. Or like how the girl we were supposed to go to Vegas with,
Yeah.
she's like a hot blonde bombshell, bro. Like literally built like a Barbie, like tall, skinty, big old bitties that sit up. No, it's insane. It makes me so mad every time I think about it. And then her boyfriend is shorter than her, like like noticeably shorter, looks like a toad. Straight up looks like a toad.
Yeah.
She is so out of his league that like he trips out when she does anything. Like, oh, she wants to just have a wine night with her girlfriends. He's like tripping out about that because he's so insecure about how he looks. They had a birthday party for him. He got mad at her because she was talking to his friends. Let's hear that again. She went to her man's birthday party where the only friend who she invited, me, did not go because I was busy that weekend. So it was literally, she had no friends there. It's just her man's friends. He got mad at her and started a fight because he didn't like how much she was talking to his friends.
You're weird.
Dude, if you don't have, like, how do I word that? Don't date Barbie if you can't handle dating Barbie, bro.
Right.
Barbie's always going to be Barbie. People are always going to be ogling at her, hitting on her. You need to have the security enough to be like, she picked me, though. Right. She's choosing to be with me. Unless she gave you a reason to be insecure. She cheated. She did X, Y, and Z. You have to take your own insecurity somewhere else because that has nothing to do with her.
Yeah,
and that's
true.
always how it is.
That's true.
Because, what do we call him? Car chase boy. What the do we call him? Yeah, BB. Bitch boy. It's literally the same shit. Like, oh, at the time I had lost like 50, 60 pounds. I go back to a job where I had worked 2 years prior and I was big. He could not handle how much attention I was getting. Yeah. Like, he was calling me a whore because of it. Like, I was excited.
He should be hyping you up.
But no, he was like still trying to shut off my gym alarms. Started calling me fat and ugly.
I'm sorry, he's so insane.
Like,
every time I talk about it, I'm like, ugh, like he's insane.
And that's always how he was gonna be because I was always the hotter one. He could never handle being with Barbie. He could never be Ken. Ken would never. Ken would never. So, but on a last note. And I think we really like this one, and it's an interesting end point. Hot take. When a guy says, you're too good for me, big red flag. Big red flag.
Yeah.
Like, and do we want to discuss why we think, and maybe a scenario in which we've heard it?
Like, from my experience.
Okay, yes.
Like, my last boyfriend ever, he would always be like, you're too good for me, you deserve someone better, that type of stuff.
In regards to him, like, up in certain areas, right?
And I feel like when guys say that, I don't know how to word this, but it's like, they basically are saying that, like, I don't care enough about you to be enough for you. And it's also saying, like, you deserve a man who's going to give you more because it's not me. Like, you deserve a man who's going to give you more, but I don't want you to have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's selfish.
So it's like, you deserve better, but I still want to be with you. Why? If you love me, you'd let me free.
No, I would say if he really loved you, he would care about your happiness
out. Like, first. I'm in a place you deserve
and
better.
He would, yes, I agree.
Yeah.
And like in my situation with the micro relationship, because he would also say stuff like, yeah, like, you're too good for me. And I would take it as like, okay, it's coming from a place of insecurity. Mm-hmm. So at first I didn't really see it as a red flag because I was like, he's just feeling insecure about himself, which is why he's saying.
I told you I thought it was a red flag.
And yes, and Carson told me, and then I sat with it. And then I thought a few things because I was like, one, he's self-sabotaging because that's how it works. You keep speaking that, you're speaking it into existence, and now look what happened.
Right.
Like, but also, it is you literally telling me I could do better.
But you don't want me to. Yeah.
It's like, unless you want me to go find better or just be single, do not say that. Because I really had to sit there and think about it. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. No, because when you do really sit and think about it, like, now me being in, like, my reflection or whatever, and I saw this video that was like, there's something to be said when you tell somebody that, like, you broke up with someone and they congratulate you. That was my parents, bro.
Oh my God.
Like, mom was like, yeah, that's really sad, but I'm happy for you. Like, things will be better. That says something.
Yeah.
Towards, like, okay, if the guy is saying that, and it's true, everybody is saying that. And everybody's thinking that.
Reality check.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that was never your husband.
No, but it's just like, I don't want that. So, yeah, if a guy ever says that to me, that's a big red flag. I'm not taking that. Sorry.
Damn. It's just wild because that was like a red flag that came up for a micro relationship that really started turning it. And I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Because guys think it will make you feel better about yourself. But it really just makes them, like, look worse.
I know.
You know?
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, on that icky note.
I know.
Yeah, ew. I don't like it.
I hope you guys enjoyed our hot takes.
Yeah, our dumb ramblings.
Yeah, literally.
Leave in the comments what you agree and disagree with. Please. It's funny.
Yes. And make sure you subscribe. Follow our Instagram.
Please.
At Thought Shape Podcast on everything.
TikTok.
Send it to a friend.
Subscribe on here. Don't just watch. Also subscribe.
Yes.
Please.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.